So, Swamp Thing has risen from the muck. Well, it's just the first season they did, which they canceled on DC Universe before it even debuted. A lot of aspects of it would look quite expensive, so that probably had a lot to do with it. Some of the performances were fair to even good at points. The atmospherics were very good. The look of it and everything, although I was not happy with how they did the Phantom Stranger. And Abby at first was, I mean, it really is the Abby show, so that's kind of important, featuring Swamp Thing. But yeah, it takes a while. She kind of grows into the character as it goes. Maybe not quite enough. Considering how bad Teen Titans was, it should have gotten another shot, you know. Maybe it has now, as it has debuted at a .20 rating. Well, keep in mind it's CW, so that's not too bad. It's also important to remember, like stuff like they go. I'm reading Bounding into Comics here, and Stargirl premiered on CW with a .31. Stargirl was a pretty good show. It's not bad, it did pretty good. So Swamp Thing, which is an older show that people who are interested in these things probably have seen. You can give it some pointers for that. But also it did better than Batwoman. Batwoman, which started off good and then flatlined. So for Swamp Thing, a canceled season looking for new life on CW, it's not too bad for them. That might pick up, but also a lot better than Star Trek Discovery on CBS All Access. I mean, on the CBS channel. It used to be on CBS. Well, it still is, but they put their first season. They're doing the same thing, kind of, what they're doing with Swamp Thing here. And Swamp Thing did better. Now, CW just has its own little market and that crowd, so it might do a little bit better, and it wouldn't need to do much. I mean, considering they renewed Batwoman, holy crap! So Swamp Thing, there might be some interest in now where they would shoot it and stuff like that, and especially now, I don't know, but putting it on a broadcast, well, not a broadcast, a cable channel, but still. The potential of making some money in the advertising is there, and whereas it was supposed to get subscriptions to DC Universe, well, DC Universe got subscriptions, but not nearly enough. And looking at it overall, it seemed like a crazy idea to pursue that. So those shows are now going to be on HBO Max, and DC Universe will become a digital comic book site. So. Yeah, well, that's the way it goes. But Swamp Thing was probably probably the best of the bunch. Doom Patrol is a little better here and there, but it became so repetitive. I don't know. Whereas Swamp Thing, just it struggled, and some of it came across as quite cheesy and stupid, and other aspects of it was very good. And I was pleasantly surprised by it's Ian Zierling, but he calls himself Ian, the 90210 guy, now more famous for Sharknado, did a pretty good performance as the guy who becomes Blue Devil. Blue Devil series would be cool, but I can imagine it's pretty expensive to do. So, and that's another problem for Swamp Thing. I mean, the Swamp Thing creature himself has to, that's expensive stuff to do, and you got to have a lot of CGI to make that work, and it's not just the guy in the suit and all that. So, but then again, if they just make it more of the Abby soap opera and Swamp Thing just shows up every now and then, which is probably what it would be, which, not so crazy about that. But that being said, Stargirl was pretty expensive looking too, so I'm kind of wondering how that's going to fare on CW. Most of these shows, they start out strong and then they fade, and that's probably the case. But still, yeah, if you're hopeful for more Swamp Thing, certainly this version of it, maybe we'll get it. I don't know how that would play into Justice League Dark, which is going to be on HBO, and I believe Constantine, or is it Zatanna? It's going to get their own spin-off series. I can't even remember now. But they're going to spin series out of that and stuff, and I wondered if they'll have their own version of Swamp Thing or if they'll just merge it. I don't know. But they've already embraced the multiverse, so they can have two different Swamp Things. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, so Swamp Thing, maybe back from the depths.
Alright, thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe, and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. You know, hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to IndiePlanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.